So this video was going to be about the fact that I just can't stop tinkering. I'm almost never done with a design, really. It'll sit maybe for a while, weeks, years, whatever, and then all of a sudden I'll decide I need to change something. But I got news that one of the sabersmiths that really inspired me, really drove me to experiment and not be afraid to mess up, and so many other things, Harris Schlesinger, passed away this weekend. Now, Harris was an amazing sabersmith. His father had taught him clockwork building, so he could build clocks from scratch. The cores that he would build for sabers were insanely complicated and absolutely beautiful. And he was never afraid to screw something up. If he messed up parts, he'd just curse himself out, order more when he could afford it, and then get right back to it. And that for me was an inspiration. Harris was also an exceptional drummer, a gifted musician, a father, and so many other things. And like all of us, he had his good points, he had his bad points, but he was my friend. And it was a pleasure to know him. It was a pleasure to get to know him. And it's a shame he's gone, but we lose people. I mean, I've lost friends, I've lost family, as we all, but their influences stay. And here, the main influence that Harris left on me is that I always had this fear of screwing up. I had to do it right the first time, or I could not do it right. And Harris was like, dude, you're an idiot. Screwing up is how you learn. Screwing up is just part of the process. And besides, you mess something up enough times, you realize that there's a better way to do it elsewhere. And I'll never be able to master hilt building the way he did, but I'm still going to keep laboring on and just doing stuff that really, really feels right. I mean, you can see here all the tools that I've used just to make one single mod. Taking a grip sleeve, similar to this, and filling the void space down here that was really irritating me. And yes, it is scratched and dinged up, but remember, this particular saber build is supposed to look like it's really been through hell. So it suits the look nicely. And happily, the addition of that now makes it sit in the palm perfect. The drop was originally meant to have a better fit for the backhand grip or the long grip, but adding this part here, and the fun part was getting the distance exact and getting the angle as close to exact as possible so it would sit flush. Yeah, that took a lot of work, as you can see. But the end result here, my first build and my nonstop build here continues to just get better. And part of that, I attribute to Harris. Thanks, buddy. The stars await you.